So what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have gotten tons of new info on Dragon Ball Daima. We got a new trailer. Promotion has ramped up like crazy. We got some hints at new characters which have now been revealed. So let's just jump straight into all this new cool stuff about Dragon Ball Daima. I'm essentially just going to analyze the new trailer, give my thoughts on the new characters and all the new information we've got, and it should be a lot of fun. So let's just get right into it. So the trailer opens up with this shot of Goku, Kibito, Supreme Kai, Vegeta, and Piccolo on guard, likely due to the introduction of this new character that we are going to be talking about here in just a few minutes. And it may not seem like there's a lot to go on when it comes to this shot right here, but I do think it's interesting that they have also recently released figures of Piccolo and Vegeta. Normally they don't do that unless the characters have some sort of significant role in the film. So Piccolo and Vegeta actually might have a bigger role in all this than we might think, because again, they are really good examples of the Goku effect. And like I talked about in my last video, in my Merge Zamasu video, Goku sort of purifies the hearts of those around him without even trying, which is the job of the Kai. So the fact that in this shot you've got both the Kai standing on one side, Goku standing in the middle, and the two characters that Goku has had such a huge impact on, I think that that's pretty relevant, and I think it's likely very important to the plot of Dragon Ball Daima. So we are immediately introduced to the new character Glorio. He appears to be dropping down in this ship, which I still stand by the idea that this is a Capsule Corporation invention, despite the fact that this is some clever editing that may make it appear otherwise. I still think that that was built by Bulma and that this character is essentially just the pilot for this new ship. And speaking of pilot, whoa, is this character clearly Han Solo inspired. If you've watched Sandland, which if you haven't, I strongly suggest that you do, you can tell Akira Toriyama during this last portion of his career. If you look at the Granola arc, Sandland, like everything that Toriyama has been writing lately, it's like extremely Star Wars centric, and Glorio is just like a perfect example of that from what I've seen so far, because like, he is a pilot from what we've seen so far, and he has really strong Han Solo vibes. Now another very Han Solo-esque thing here is that after we get all of these exploration shots of the Demon Realm, we see Glorio using a gun. Now Glorio is one of the main things I wanted to talk about in this video, just because I think he's probably one of the most interesting things about the latest trailer. I do believe that since Glorio is so similarly designed to Mira, that he likely has a very deep connection to Dabura. And I say that because Mira and Toa are designed by Akira Toriyama, and they both look the way they do, very similar to Glorio, and Toa is directly related to Dabura. So I think that that is likely the reason for Glorio's design. I think he has some sort of relation to Dabura. He could even be the true heir to the throne. He could actually be the real heir to the Demon King throne, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if that's the overall narrative purpose of Glorio and Goku's relationship, moving in together to essentially dethrone the old Demon King and bring about a new era in the Demon Realm where Goku is essentially friends with the new Demon King. I don't know if that's exactly how they're going to go about it, but it's very likely that it's something like that. And we are introduced to another character which has been dubbed the Masked Majin, and it's very likely due to the fact that this character seems to be motivated to hide their identity, that either Glorio or this character or both are in the royal family of the Demon Realm. I think that is very likely, and I think what's going to happen here is they're going to go on a Journey to the West X Star Wars style adventure here, because that's clearly what is happening here. This is clearly a Journey to the West and Star Wars hybrid story that Akira Toriyama's put together. It even has like really strong like Dragon Quest, like RPG vibes. Like the more I sit and think about the concept of Dragon Ball Daima and the more I see what it's turning out to be, the more I can see Toriyama's influence and just how much this is like. It's a mixture of so many things that Toriyama loves, like the Dragon Quest style animation, the Star Wars and Journey to the West style storytelling and adventure. This trailer definitely gave me a greater idea of like what exactly Toriyama's intentions were here. And I think, you know, it is really interesting the way they are cross-promoting it with Sandland, because again, in Sandland, Beelzebub is a demon running around in the mortal realm and Goku is a mortal running around in the demon realm. Now, just to circle back around to Glorio, a lot of people seem to be under the perception that Glorio is a Makaio-shin, and that is not the case at all. Glorio is a demon. You could think of Glorio as like the human equivalent of what the Makaio-shin create in the demon realm. He's essentially a human, right? I mean, he's a demon, but he's like the equivalent of a human for the demon realm. Okay, he's not a Makaio-shin. But speaking of the Makaio-shin, we do actually see a Makaio-shin in the trailer, which I think is awesome. He's clearly a Makaio-shin. If you look at his outfit, the Makaio-shin look no different than the Kai. They're just pure evil instead of pure good. He does look a little bit different. We saw in the first trailer, he's wearing a cloak, a cape, very similar to Dabura. And it may be very likely that this guy is the secret final boss of the series, because previously in the series, the Kaioshin, like in Heroes and like different series that Toriyama wasn't necessarily like in charge of, but you know, have been overseen by Toei. It's not uncommon for a Makaio-shin, due to the fact that they are evil, to transform. We saw this with Mechikabura. Mechikabura has a very clear demonic inspired transformation due to the fact that he fell victim to his evil nature. So this character is either like a lackey, or he could in fact be the secret final boss of Dragon Ball Daima. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Now, we are introduced to some other mystery character. I don't know exactly who this is, but he's clearly some sort of evil entity. I don't necessarily think that this character will be the final boss, but it's clearly some sort of mystery that they're trying to build up for Dragon Ball Daima. And I think that that's awesome that they keep giving us little hints as to what exactly is going to happen in the series. I am very intrigued by this character, but I'm not going to speculate too much about his origins or what exactly he is until we get more information. But I am very fascinated with what I've seen in the trailer so far. This definitely feels very Toriyama. You can see the Star Wars influence, the Dragon Quest influence, the Journey to the West influence, and I'm just super pleased with everything I've seen so far, and I'm very excited to get to see Dragon Ball Daima soon, and I hope you all are too. I'm sure the promotion's going to ramp up like crazy now that it's getting so close to the release time, which we don't have an official release date. We just know it's supposed to come out this year at some point, but we don't have that much year left, so it probably will be out really soon. But anyway, if any more information drops, I will probably do some more dissecting, but as of now, I think I'll probably just leave my Dragon Ball Daima speculation as is until we get more information. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.